Love is blind, but the red flags are in 4K. We're one bad text away from crashing out in a probation violation. Welcome to Kinda Unhinged. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with a Life After Lockup video, and we are on season 6, episode 11. So we start off this episode with Letitia getting ready for Keith's release. And she showed like all this stuff that she bought him, all these clothes, all these shoes. And she was basically talking about how she didn't expect to fall in love with him, but she did. And so then she was talking about how she was depressed. She wasn't, taking care of herself. Her bills got behind, and somehow this led to theft charges. So I guess she's currently battling that. So yeah, she's just getting ready, getting prepared to go pick up Keith. And she has a limousine, like an Escalade limousine, to go pick him up from the bus station. And this is what kills me with them. So she's in the limousine, and the driver's like, "Oh, what's the occasion?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, my man, he's getting out of jail." Like, could you imagine being the driver? That has to be so awkward. Like, okay. Because I don't know, like I get that she's excited, but like, did we really need this limousine? He's going to the halfway house. It's not even like he's coming home. He's going to a halfway house. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was a bit over the top. And if I was that driver, I would have immediately turned around. Because, ma'am, I am not with the shenanigans. Like, we're not doing this. So then we get to Courtney and Will. And Will says that he hasn't heard from Courtney in a while. And he's tracking her location. And he can't figure out what the heck's going on. So then we see him hanging out with his friend. And all of a sudden, he gets a call. And he goes outside to take the call. And it's Courtney. And she's crying, and he's like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "Well, they did a home visit, and they asked me if I had anything that I shouldn't have, and they found GHB." And he's like, "What's that?" And she's like, "It's like a syrupy, some type of drug." And he is livid. She says, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore." He's like, "Do what?" She's like, "I'm in jail." Will was over it. He said, "I did not sign up to be a jail husband. I just didn't. Like, this is ridiculous. She's selfish. After everything I did for her, all the money I spent, the thousands of dollars I spent on clothes, and this is how you repay me?" So now we switch over to Demadric, and he's talking about how he's tired of cheating. He was tired of juggling these two women. It was too much. It was a headache.
Child. Anyway,
So him and Kiana are making up, and they're back together for the third time. Third time's the charm, right? So so yeah, he's focusing on her. He's moving in with her and her kids. Meanwhile, Jawala is planning their son DJ's party, and she's talking to her friend like, "Hey, can you help me set up this table?" Because their dad was supposed to come set it up, but he's playing or whatever. And basically, she says she's skeptical about Demadric and Kiana's relationship, and she doesn't think that he's going to be faithful to her. So back at Kiana's house, Demadric and her talking about DJ's party. He's like, "I really need to go over there and see what's going on, see what he got so I can know what I need to get." And, his party's coming up. And she doesn't really want you to come. And Kiana's like, "Well, we're going to be together. Like, is it going to be like this all the time? Because I need to be around." And he's like, "Look, it's a work in progress. Let me work." So then we get to Justine and Michael, and they're happy as can be. They got their 9 kids. Everything's going good. So they said since they didn't get to have a real wedding, since they got married in jail, they want to plan and have a real wedding. So Michael is asking Justine how much she thinks the wedding's going to cost, and she says 60K. And to that, I say, "Ma'am, you have 9 children. 60K is crazy. You have one in college, one on the way, two more soon to go, and you want to spend 60K on a wedding, ma'am." Okay.
Priorities, dude.
Okay. So now we catch up with JK and Brooke, and they're staying with his mom right now while he's on the ankle monitor. And they're trying to get pregnant, they're trying to have a baby. And he's talking about his new job opportunity. He wants to do what's called hot shotting, where he moves items from one location to another location. And she's saying, well, she's like, "How are you going to do that with a newborn? You're going to be out of town for who knows how long." and I need help with the baby. But then the truth comes out. And she's really just afraid that he's going to be cheating and she's not going to know what he's doing because he cheated on her with his ex, Alex, in the past. And he's like, "Are you still tracking me?" She wouldn't tell him. But yeah, she's still tracking him, basically. Then in his confessional, he says, "Yeah, I still think about Alex, but I'm just trying to respect Brooke." Like, what? This is why you're still being tracked. This is exactly why you're still being tracked. So she leaves and says she has to go pick up her boys and take them to school. And then we see him and his mom talking, and the mom's like, "I hope y'all are using birth control because she can hear them with their, activities." And he's like, "No, we're trying to have a baby." And she's like, "Do you think that's a good idea? Like, you don't have any money, you don't have a job." But he's like, "You're not going to talk me out of having kids." And you know what? I agree. That's your decision. Nobody should talk you out of having kids, but hopefully you can pay for them when they get here. We switch over to Brooke in the car talking about she has a secret. And I'm like, oh gosh. And I'm hoping it don't have nothing to do with her being able to get pregnant because that would be crazy. So now we're with Bianca and Daniel. And he's talking about how he just got a new job moving furniture, but Bianca's not working right now because she was in a car accident and she got a settlement. But he said that she's being kind of reckless with her settlement money. And they go to this like gym, and he's in this program for people that are like recovering. It's like a workout program where they, I guess they channel that energy into exercise versus their vices. So he took her with him because she just recently quit drinking. So now we're back with Justine and Michael, and she's still talking more about this wedding. She says she wants it to be a traditional Guyanese wedding with all the jewelry and all the extravagance. She wants an elephant. She wants a sword to cut the cake. I mean, it's ridiculous. Michael's friend Jay comes over. He's a barber, and he brings his family with him, and they're all having dinner. And then at the dinner, Michael's like, "I got something to announce." And the kids are looking like, "We hope it's not another child because we already have 9 kids here." But it wasn't. He was just announcing their wedding, and everybody was happy for them, and that was great. This is interesting. Like, they don't really have any conflict right now other than how the heck they're going to pay for this wedding. But then he pulls Jay aside in another room and he's talking to him. They're talking about this business venture that they want to go into, a his and her salon. He says he already promised Jay $100,000, but he hasn't told Justine. He said he can't invest in the barbershop idea and the wedding. And I agree with him 100%. I would rather put money into an investment than to put it into one day. So now Keith has arrived at the bus station, and Letitia is so excited. So she goes and greets him, and he has this bouquet. And I can't tell what it's made out of. It's made out of something. At first, I thought it was duct tape or something. I don't know what it's made out of, but he had this bouquet, and he's looking at the limousine and he's like, "Yeah, this is a lot. Like, I'm supposed to be on this bus and I don't want to get in trouble. I have this certain amount of time to get to the halfway house." And she's like, "Yeah, you're right. I'll just get on the bus with you." Then we get back to Will and Courtney, and he's still on the phone with her. And she says she has the nerve. Now, this man, he's mad. She has the nerve to say, "Can you put some money on my commissary?"
The audacity.
He said, "I'm not putting nothing on your commissary. You could sit there and eat that jail food and wait it out." And I said, dang, that's cold. That was cold blooded. And then we're back with Bianca and Daniel. And Bianca's helping her friend pick out a wedding dress for her wedding. And her friend is, she's trying on the dresses and she's like, "I should probably get a flowy one since I'm pregnant." You can just see all over Bianca's face. I mean, she's trying to hold it in, she's trying to be supportive of her friend, but you can just tell that she is so jealous and wishing that it was her. And she said in her confessional just that sometimes she envies Celeste's lifestyle because she thought that was what her and Daniel were going to have. And she was talking about how she feels like if she were to get pregnant, that her and Daniel would be so happy. And honestly, I just don't think that those two are on the same page. Like, I don't think he's that sure about her because he was telling the trainer that he had a relapse and took some shots because of how Bianca treats him. So I just feel like they're not on the same page. Like, She wants to move fast. She wants to get married. She wants to have the baby. And I think that he's not even sure if she's who he wants to be with, even though he feels like they were meant to be together. But something's holding him back. So now we're back to JK and Brooke is meeting with JK's friend Bonnie, and she's like, you've been staying with me and you haven't been paying your rent. I need you to start paying your rent. I can't be paying both halves. How much can I trust you? Like, are you not going to go back and tell JK the things I say to you? And the thing about it is this: Bonnie is JK's friend. She's not really Brooke's friend. Her loyalty is going to be with JK. So I don't know why she thought she was going to confide in her, but she did. And she says, you remember when JK cheated on me? I quit my job the same day because I walked out because I was upset. So Brooke tells Bonnie, don't tell JK that I quit my job. Like, I need a job. Don't tell him I quit. And as soon as she left, Bonnie couldn't wait to tell. She grabbed that phone so fast. She couldn't wait to tell. She didn't even let this girl get out the door before she was telling. So look at this snitch. And then the last clip of the night we get is with Demadric and Joella. And they're talking about Kiana coming to the party. And Joella's like, I don't want her coming to the party. He was like, but her kids are going to be there. She said, the kids can come, that's fine. He was like, what if she wants to be there with her kids? And she was basically like, I don't care. Like, she posted my pics on Facebook. Like, that wasn't cool. We're never going to be cool. She's not coming over. So, yeah, so there's that. Kiana, you can't come to DJ's party. But yeah, guys, that was pretty much it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the episode in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm not going to apologize to her. I'll tell you that right now.